What was the best revenge you ever took from someone who didn't respect you? Autumn leaves lay scattered across the streets. Everything seemed calm, but inside Ethan's heart, a storm raged. For years, he had been both a father and a brother to his sister, Emily. Their childhood had been marked by poverty. Their father had died young, and their mother had raised the two of them with immense hardship. Ethan was the older brother. He worked nights and studied during the day just to make Emily's life easier. He sacrificed his youth for her. He didn't go to college. Instead, he got a job and carried the entire weight of the household on his shoulders. He always said, "I'll give my sister the best life I can." Years passed, Ethan got married, but his love for his sister never changed. He never left her alone. When Emily graduated from high school and entered university, Ethan covered all her expenses. He even cut back on his own children's needs so Emily could study comfortably. One day, while leaving work, Ethan accidentally overheard from a friend, "Ethan, isn't your sister getting married? Didn't you know?" Ethan's legs froze. "What? Emily's wedding? To who? When?" His friend shrugged. "I'm not sure, but I heard they booked a big restaurant in the city." Ethan, trembling, called Emily. When she answered, his voice shook. "Emily, is it true? Are you getting married?" There was silence on the other end. Then Emily's voice came, cold and distant. "Yes, Ethan, I'm getting married." "Why didn't you invite me? I'm your brother." Emily took a deep breath. "Ethan, it's better if you don't come. If you show up, there will be problems. They don't want you there." Ethan couldn't believe what he was hearing. "They? Who do you mean?" "My fiancé, his father. They know about your past, the struggles, the debts, the small apartment. They say your presence would embarrass us." Ethan's heart shattered. In that moment, he realized his sister had given up her brother for her own happiness. The phone slipped from his hand. On the wedding day, Ethan stood far away from the restaurant. Luxury cars lined the entrance, music filled the night air. He stood in the shadows watching his sister in a white dress. Emily was smiling, but when her eyes met Ethan's, she froze. That moment, Ethan fought to hide the tears in his eyes. Inside, he screamed, "I raised you! I was your father! I gave you my youth! And now I'm your shame?" Ethan didn't go inside. He quietly turned around and vanished into the night. His phone buzzed with a message. "Forgive me, Ethan. I had no choice." When Ethan read it, his heart broke even more. For the first time in his life, he didn't hate his sister, but he knew he had lost her forever. That night, as Ethan walked away from the restaurant, something inside him died. He had watched his sister's wedding from a distance and disappeared into darkness. From that moment, he made a decision. He would never be a burden to anyone again, never live for anyone else. Years passed. Ethan worked hard, built his business, and moved abroad. He created a new life for himself, but one thing never changed. He never answered his sister's calls. Emily rarely wrote anymore. "How are you? Happy holidays." But Ethan never replied. The wound in his heart had never healed. One day, Ethan was on vacation by the ocean in a foreign country. Waves stretched endlessly before him, a cup of coffee in his hand, yet inside he felt an emptiness he couldn't escape. Suddenly, his phone buzzed with countless notifications from relatives and old acquaintances. "Ethan, come back quickly, it's urgent." "Ethan, your sister is in serious trouble. For God's sake, answer your phone." Ethan didn't open any of the emails. He put his phone on silent and stared at the ocean, whispering to himself, "Where were they when I needed them? Who cared about me back then?" Days later, Ethan returned to the city. When he unlocked his phone, there were thousands of unread messages, but he still didn't reply. The pain from the past was still alive inside him. Meanwhile, Emily's life had completely fallen apart. Her relationship with her husband's family had turned bitter. Her husband lost his job and debts piled up. Finally, one day, he threw the cruel words at her. "Your brother never helped us. I can't carry this burden anymore. I'm leaving." And he left. Emily was left alone with two children. The day she lost her brother, she had truly lost everything. She texted Ethan over and over again. "Ethan, please answer me. I have no one else." "Ethan, the kids are hungry." But Ethan read the messages without replying. Every time he picked up his phone, his heart ached, but his fingers froze. Because inside, a voice kept whispering, "Where was she when you needed her? The sister who was ashamed of you suddenly needs you now?" One cold night, Emily returned to their old family house in the countryside. Tears streamed down her face as she typed her final message to her brother. Ethan, I made a mistake. You were everything to me, but I lost you. Now, a single word from you could save my life. The phone lay on Ethan's desk when the message arrived. The screen lit up. He stared at it for a long time, but again, he didn't reply. Because sometimes, forgiveness comes too late.